What's up, Dolphin Nation? What's up, NFL fans? What's up, PhinsTalk family? In today's video, we're going to talk about the new hiring from John Eric Sullivan as he hires another executive personnel, another person for the front office, an executive. He adds another executive to the front office. And we're also going to talk about our Devon Achane and Jalen Waddle, really untouchable. Let me go ahead and read to you the article, and then we'll go ahead and go from there. This article is by Alan Poupart from Miami Dolphins on Sports Illustrated. What the latest Dolphins front office move could mean. The Miami Dolphins have hired former NFL general manager to help out the front office. As if the Miami Dolphins already didn't have all sorts of connections to Malik Willis, they are now adding the man who drafted the quarterback into the NFL. The Dolphins are adding former Tennessee Titans general manager John Robinson as senior personnel executive, first reported by NFL Network's Tom Pelissero and Ian Rappaport, and confirmed by a source. For Robinson, this marks a return to the NFL after he sat out the past 3 seasons following his dismissal from the Titans. Robinson does have prior connection with the Dolphins head coach Jeff Hafley from their one season together at Tampa Bay in 2013, when Robinson was the director of player personnel and Hafley was the defensive back coach. Following his 3-year stint with the Buccaneers, Robinson was hired as general manager of the Titans, and after 1 year, he was promoted to executive vice president. The Tennessee Titans went 3-13 season before Robinson arrived, then went to the playoffs 4 times in 7 years as GM. Among the most notable moves as Titans GM was the 2019 trade for Dolphins quarterback Ryan Tannehill, where the team swapped draft picks and Miami paid off part of Tannehill's salary. Tannehill replaced starting quarterback Marcus Mariota early in 2019 season and helped the Titans reach the AFC Championship game after upsetting the defending Super Bowl champion in New England Patriots in the first round of the playoffs before being eliminated by the Kansas City Chiefs. Tennessee then earned the number 1 seed in 2022, but was upset by the Cincinnati Bengals in its first playoff game. Things started going south after Robinson traded wide receiver A.J. Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles in midst of a contract dispute in exchange for a 2022 first-round pick that he used for fellow wide receiver Treylon Burks, who never came even remotely close to being able to fill the void left by Brown's departure. With Tennessee's 4th-round pick that year, Robinson selected Willis out of Liberty as the number 86 pick overall. Willis was traded to the Green Bay Packers 2 years later and now stands as one of the most attractive free agents in the market this year. And those Packer connections have many folks thinking he's headed to Miami in 2026. Robinson was fired by Tennessee in December of the 2022 season, 2 days after Brown had 8 catches for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns in a 35-10 Eagles victory against Tennessee. Robinson becomes the second highest ranking scouting official the team hired since new GM John Eric Sullivan and Hafley came on board, joining new assistant GM Kyle Smith. The Dolphins will now have 2 senior personnel executives on staff, with Robinson joining Champ Kelly, who is back for a 2nd year with the team. Kelly, who replaced longtime NFL executive Reggie McKenzie last year, ended last season as interim general manager after the firing of Chris Greer and then returned to his former position. This is a good move on Sullivan's part to surround himself with experienced scouting execs, even with Robinson's tenure in Tennessee not ending on a great note. Robinson's biggest hits in Tennessee include taking Derrick Henry in the 2nd round in 2016 and Jeffrey Simmons with the 19th overall pick in 2019. But Robinson also had misses like 2020 first-round pick selection tackle Isaiah Wilson, who was traded to the Dolphins in 2021 but cut a week later. I will also post a tweet from Ian Rappaport of him confirming that him and Tom Pelissero reported the hiring of the former Tennessee Titan to be a senior executive with the Miami Dolphins. Now I'm going to quickly show you a clip of Cam Wolf explaining Jalen Waddle and Devon Achane are on the trade block, or if they are untouchable.
Hands out the money going into free agency. And finally, let's go back to Miami, where you introduced me, Tom, where a lot of rival teams are eager to talk to the Dolphins in Indianapolis to see which players they are willing to trade. This is a team that is resetting towards youth. And so, of course, the Dolphins would love to trade Tua. There's going to be some difficulties with the money there. Teams would love for them to trade Jalen Waddle and Devon Achane. I'm told right now they're wanting to keep those guys as core players. But one name that could create some interest, safety Minkah Fitzpatrick, could be mutually beneficial. He's 29 years old, coming off a strong year, can still be an impact starter, set to make $15.6 million in non-guaranteed money. Maybe he could be traded to a team, a contender that can need that big boost. Again, something that heats up in Indianapolis next week, and we'll have coverage from the Scouting Combine all week with you guys on the Insiders on NFL Network.
All right, guys, there you hear it. Seems like Jalen Waddle and Devon Achane are not going to be traded. Plus, John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley, like running backs, at least for the 2026 season, Jalen Waddle and Devon Achane will be Miami Dolphins, and I expect Devon Achane to get an extension. But it looks like Minkah Fitzpatrick is again going to be traded by the Miami Dolphins for the second time. He was drafted by the Miami Dolphins, but it seems like he's going to be traded to another team anytime soon. And don't be surprised other pieces get traded, but don't expect Devon Achane and Jalen Waddle to be traded. Leave me your thoughts in the comments, and like always, I appreciate the support. Hit the like button. Share this out to your friends and family, your dogs, your cats, your squirrels, your pets. Let's grow this PhinsTalk family, as we are already at 75 subscribers in the PhinsTalk channel. And like always, stay positive, stay on your grind, and go Dolphins.